Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and I'm back with part 7 of my hip-hop CD collection overview series. And yeah, let's get right into this. Alrighty, so, left off right here. First up, Craig G's first album, Kingpin. I'll actually never forget when this album first dropped. Well, not when it first came out, but I was pretty young. I think it came out in 89, so I was 9, but I remember first hearing this. Okay, that's how I'll put it. And just being so confused by the sound. Like, this album almost is like a house music album. It's really fucking bizarre. I never really liked this album, ever. I think Craig G was a lot better than this album showed. He redeemed himself, in my opinion, with this one. Now that's more like it. I guess the album title itself says it all, really. Because this is what, I was expecting from Craig G, to be honest, a little bit more hip-hop and just, rhyme-orientated and stuff. It's a cool album. I really enjoy that one. I think he has another album, like, in the 90s, too, or something, that I'm missing. I can't remember. This one right here came out in 2000 and... shit. What fucking year did this album come out in? I can't even remember. 2009 or 8? I don't know. Craig G, Marley Marl, Operation Take Hip Hop Back. I actually really enjoyed this record. I know a lot of people were shitting on it, though. I remember hearing a lot of negative feedback when this album dropped, and I was a little surprised, actually, because I thought it was actually pretty good, but I'm a little biased, so I love Craig G. Besides his first album, pretty much everything he's done, I've been a fan. Guest appearances, everything that he's done in his career, I've always liked, so... and then this album dropped, Ramblings of an Angry Old Man. I really enjoyed this album too. I thought the album cover was absolutely hilariously perfect. Of course, Craig G getting up there in age, but this was a good album. Had some pretty cool production on here. You got Marco Polo and stuff, and Elemento producing on here, which is pretty interesting. The beat Minerz. Cool record though, I liked it. There was a couple shoddy hooks on it and stuff, but not a big deal. Craig Mack, Project Funk the World. Flavor in Year, man. Representing Bad Boy. Always love this record. I love this album from top to bottom, man. Real raw. I always love that track, man. So fucking dope. Funk with the Style. Everything, man. Main line's fucking dope. Get Down. Such an awesome record, in my opinion. Craig Mack, Operation Get Down. Now, this was a big step down for me, but to this day, I still love Jockin' My Style, man. I think that song's awesome. Craig Mack kind of fell the fuck off the face of the earth after this. Like, he dropped a bunch of 12-inch singles. He had singles there in the early 2000s for a few years, and then he just kind of fell off, and nothing ever materialized. I thought that he was supposed to be dropping a record, I think, mid-2000s. Never materialized, never came out, so I don't know what the fuck ever happened to Craig Mack. We got some gangsta shit here with Crime Boss, All in the Game. Not really my cup of tea anymore, but keep in the collection. And Crime Boss, Conflict and Confusion, decent stuff. Not really my favorite, though, like I said. Crooked Eye, Hood Star. This is fucking horrible. Crooked Eye is so much better than this garbage. I don't even think this is like an official album or anything. I think it was put out as an official album by Death Row Records, but I don't think it is. It's shitty. It's terrible. Here's an unopened copy of Crown Royal. Buff and DJ Wreckmatic's group. Buff one and DJ Wreckmatic. This album's not that great, actually. I never opened this one because I actually had downloaded it and picked it up at the same time, so I was listening to it digitally, but which is weird for me. But I don't know. I ended up getting this album for like $2 brand new, so I just never opened it. Crew, the Dirty 30, very, very underrated album from the mid-90s. I want to say 97, from the later 90s, I guess. Awesome record, man. I always enjoyed the griminess of this album. Really good hip-hop. Next up, we got the CunninLynguists of Southern Underground. I'm still missing I Will Rap for Food. I don't know why I don't have that record, but I love that album, too. Southern Underground, awesome stuff. Next up, A Piece of Strange. A lot of people consider this to be CunninLynguists' best album. At least a few of my homies do, but awesome record. Love it. My personal favorite album is actually Dirty Acres. I love the sound on this record. I think every song on this album flows so perfectly together. Great album. Great album. Next up, we got Strange Journey Volume 1. I think the sound on this album was a little different. At times, it's kind of all over the place for me. Really good though, really enjoyable. Definitely some really awesome tracks in there. And then you got Volume 2, which is pretty cool stuff. You got lots of different type of production and features and stuff all over these Strange Journey records. And then you got Rnology. Probably saying that wrong. This was different too. In my opinion, the sound was a little different, but still awesome stuff. Really good stuff by CunninLynguists. And their latest effort here, Strange Journey Volume 3, which I really enjoy. I think it's awesome. Great record from 2014, so definitely check that out if you're a CunninLynguists fan, and if you haven't already. Currency, Pilot Talk. I really dug Currency when he first came out with Pilot Talk, and Pilot Talk 2. I thought these were really great records, man. Too bad the sound evolved so quickly not for the better, in my opinion. Pilot Talk 2 is really good too. Said some really awesome stuff on here. Young Roddy I really enjoyed all over the album and stuff. Trademark's pretty cool, but good record. Then it got old real quick, this whole Jet life stuff, Jet Files. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wasn't really feeling. I mean, this was okay, but it wasn't anything that great. Kind of got, like I said, very boring after a while. Weekend at Bernie's, kind of the same type deal. Just more Currency with that kind of evolving sound. Stone Immaculate, again, I was not really a big fan of that album either. A group I never really hear anybody talk about, man, is Custom Made. This is fucking awesome. Best of the Custom Made mixtapes, Sidewalk, Mind Talk, this fucking awesome shit. These guys are pretty gangster, but like good, awesome beats and shit, man. They're a little harder, but they're fucking awesome. Really good stuff. This was actually the first Custom Made record I actually ever heard was Original Dynasty. Awesome fucking record, man. I remember hearing a couple of people's reviews and saying, this one guy said that, these guys would have been so awesome in the 90s when I was younger because they cursed too much. I didn't really have a problem with it. I didn't think they actually curse that much, but then again, I have a filthy mouth too, so I don't really notice, but I don't know. I think it's fantastic. Cut Chemist, the audience listening. This is a promo copy that I got years ago when I was doing radio. To be honest, when I was doing radio, I didn't really get many CDs at all, but this was one that was actually given directly to me. But, I hate these. I hate how they did those promos. They stamped them on the front like that. But, yeah, Cut Chemist, I actually really enjoyed this album. Thought it was really cool, man. Storm with Eat on a Mr. Liff is fucking awesome. I played the shit out of that track on my show. Next up, we got CYNE or CYNE, or however you want to say this group. Time Being, really underrated group. I think pretty much everything that these guys drop is solid. I even like their new record from this year. I thought it was actually pretty decent too. I just haven't picked it up yet. CYNE, Evolution Flight, again, just fantastic stuff. Starship Utopia. I think this album is out of print because I randomly came across this one time when I was on Amazon. It was going for like stupid prices, but it might have just been just something stupid on there, but I don't know. Really good stuff. Pretty Dark Things, again, very solid effort. A lot of short tracks on here, but that's kind of the way these guys do it, man. They kind of get to the point with their tracks. They don't drag out anything. Really short kind of songs and stuff. And then Water from Mars here, which is really cool. This was a limited album, I believe, to 1,000. I think it was just 1,000 copies, I think. So that was pretty cool. Next up, we get into some classic stuff here. Cypress Hill's debut record, self-titled. Yeah, what can I say about this album, man? I think the whole album is fantastic. I was actually having a debate with my buddy about this album the other day, and he was saying how he loves this album, but he feels that the first half of this album is so much stronger than the second half. And I was like, man, really? Like the funky Cypress Hill shit at the end of the album? You got Latin lingo, the trays, cute. Nah, I can't speak Spanish, you know what I mean? Psycho Beta Buck Him Down. Like, fuck, man. I Real Estate, like, I think this album's fantastic from, Real Estate down, Stone is the Way to Walk. I don't know. So we got in a pretty heated debate about that. Not heated, but you know what I mean. Love that record. It's great. It's my second favorite Cypress album. Black Sunday, probably the most commercial Cypress Hill album to date. Obviously the most commercial album to date. This is the version, of course, with, 8 of the K and stuff. I know there was, edited versions that didn't even have that on there. It was pretty fucking weird. It's still a good album, though. I enjoy it. Cypress Hill 3, Temples of Boom. This is actually my favorite Cypress Hill album. I love this record. I think DJ Muggs' beats on here are fucking killer. No Rest for the Wicked, man. That, when they were going through that beef with Ice Cube, man, was so sick. Illusions. You know, me being a major Ice Cube fan, too, I never took sides. It was just interesting to listen to, but awesome album. Grimy, fucking wicked hip-hop. Cypress Hill 4. When this album first came out, man, I was really not digging it because I loved 3 so much. This one took a long time for me to get into, but I actually really do enjoy it, though. Some pretty good songs. Dr. Green Thumb's funny. The unreleased and revamped kind of EP remix album that they got actually has one of my favorite remixes of all time, Throw Your Hands in the Air. I love that track so much. It's seriously one of my favorite remixes ever. The Cypress Hill Spanish remixes, this is kind of like another, not an EP, but it's all Spanish. There's like 14 tracks on here. Pretty cool stuff, actually. I like listening to it. I know my one buddy, he just fucking hates it. Cypress Hill, Skull and Bones. You know, this was hit and miss, man. I wasn't a big fan of the second disc with the rock and stuff, but I did like some songs on the first disc. I thought it was pretty decent. Stoned Rainers. I remember when this album came out, I was in music school and in Vancouver, and this album dropped, and I was so disappointed. I remember buying it before I was going to school one day, and popped it in my Discman at the time, and just being, what the fuck am I listening to? But I do like Lowrider. I think it's a good track. Till Death Do Us Part. This album's pretty bad, actually. There's a few good tracks, but nothing special at all. And Rise Up. You know, to a point, I liked a couple tracks on this, but, you know, it's Cypress Hill, man. It's just not the same. And the last up for the Cise is Czarface, 7L Esoteric, and Inspected Deck. To this day, I'm still pissed off that the first edition of this never came in the fucking mail. It got lost, and I had to reorder this, and I ended up getting the second edition, but it has the bonus tracks. Or bonus track, I should say, but whatever. And that is going to do it for the C's. I'm just going to put this little D thing over here. Alright, so getting into the D's. I didn't even realize I actually had this in my hip-hop collection, but D'Angelo Brown Sugar. It's R&B, obviously. It's pretty good. I actually like that album. To beat Minerz, fully loaded with static. Really good stuff, man. This was their second offering, and I'm just gonna step over here for a second because I totally just realized I didn't bring this back. And we've got Brace for Impact, which we're actually listening to in the background right now. Really fucking awesome stuff, man. I love this producer album. It's awesome shit right there. So I'm gonna put that back in there, and then we got Damian Marley. Welcome to Jamaica Rock, whatever you want to call it, Jam Rock. Really good stuff, man. I really enjoy this. I know some people don't, but I think it's good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to pull it out, because the way I got these things lined up, it's tight now. Next up, Damu the Fudgemunk. How It Should Be, Volume 1 and 2. This is amazing instrumental stuff. Really, really fucking awesome shit, man. Damu's so good. Just so good. We got Supply and Demand. This isn't just instrumentals. We got some tracks with Insight and stuff. Really awesome stuff, man. Really great Damu stuff. Next up here we got what actually is the name of this? I can't remember. The Kilowatt Volume 1.5. That's right. This is the version that came with the little 7-inch. Pretty cool stuff, man. Awesome. Love it. Of course, I'm getting these things out of order. Fuck, these are such a pain in the ass, these ones. We got some more Damu here. This was the Redef remixes. Awesome stuff again. Really good remixes, man. Really enjoyed that. We've got Damu the Fudgemunk. Spur Momento trailer for extended play. Yeah, this is really dope too, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with anything. Got Rock Marciano in here with Blizzard. Really good shit, man. Some instrumentals, a couple tracks with vocals. Good shit. And it's finally got released, Spare Overtime. This is like some re-recorded stuff too and on here. Really good stuff, man. Awesome fucking beats. Grimy shit. Real hip-hop. Next up here, we got Danger Doom. Can't go wrong with Danger Doom, man. MF Doom, Danger Mouse. This was a fucking phenomenal record, man. I like when this shit dropped back in 05. I had actually just been doing radio for about a year or two at that time, and this one came out, and fuck, I had requests all over the place for this. Awesome shit, man. Really good album. Next up, we got the Youngsters. Really kind of underrated, youth group. I'm a big fan of these guys, man. I think this is some really good stuff. The production on this album was fantastic. Really good stuff like Pete Rock and shit. And then you got the Youngsters with No Mercy. This is the album with Mad Props. The Mad Props remix was done by Pete Rock. Hip Hop Ride, which they're probably most famous for. Really good track. D12, Devil's Night. I used to really enjoy this album. This album didn't age very well for me. I actually listened to it last year again, and I just got really bored with it, man. I was like, this doesn't do anything for me anymore. D12 World. Never liked that album. I thought it was shitty. Dark Lotus. This is like some fucking ICP fucking shit. It's okay. Dark Lotus, Black Rain. If you're into this stuff, it's not really my favorite in the world. The OPEC Brotherhood. Again, probably their weakest record, but yeah. Dark Mind. Symptomatic of a Greater Ill. This is a really dope record, man. Something that I don't really hear a lot of talked about, but this is a fucking good album. Really good shit. Actually, this is one of my favorite Death Row releases. Daz Dillinger, Rentilation, Revenge and Get Back. This is fucking gangster shit, man. I love it. In California, man, Our Daily Bread. It might sound crazy with Too Short. Fucking amazing. It's Going Down. It's fucking amazing, but Gangbangin' Ass Criminal right after the intro is like one of the most gangster beats I've ever heard. Just sick, man. Daz used to be such an amazing producer. Daz and Dub C West Coast gangsta shit. Now this album was a big surprise to me because when this was coming out, I was like, I gotta check this out, man, because I love Dub C. And to my amazement, Daz didn't produce anything on this album, so the beats actually weren't that bad, because I find Daz's production now is just horrendous, but this wasn't bad. It's not great, but it was listenable. Day One. This is some pretty decent stuff. Pretty mellow, kind of interesting hip-hop. Man, this video is getting long. Holy shit, I need to shut up. Brat, Functified. What can I say, man? So deaf. And another Tantrum by Brat. Only 2 Brat albums I have. And I just realized, I don't know why I have this in this section, but Daft Punk. Awesome. Yeah, anyways. The King and I, Contemporary Jeep Music. This is a fucking mad underrated album from 93. Tears is such an amazing track, but this album's really dope fucking boom bap hip hop. Dane and Dane Forever. Not my favorite Dane and Dane album. I still need to get Dane and Dane's first album. I used to have it on tape. I don't anymore. I know it's obviously hard to find. It's expensive, but Dane and Dane rolling with Dane and Dane. Dana Dane. I always think of that, the fucking Rick James sample and Rolling with Dane. Oh god, everyone's used Mary Jane. And last up for this this shelf here is DOS Effects Dead Serious. And yeah, that's going to do it for part 7. I will continue along in part 8 with the rest of the DOS Effects albums. So hope you guys enjoyed that, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.